Hey there, Leo the Lion. Here's your weekly horoscope for February 7 to 13, 2021. Wowee, what a week. Last week, It must have been at least one day of trouble for you with the Sun-Mars square that we had, and as well Mercury retrograde. Well, this week, I'm sorry to say, things might be even a little more hairy. The Sun is conjuncting the Mercury retrograde at least until the 9th. It will semi-sextile Pluto. The Sun is your ruling planet. We know the Sun's not a planet. We just call it that in astrology. But with the Mercury retrograde and then also squaring Mars from Tuesday on, oy vey. Leo, you just may not have the patience for Mercury retrograde this week. You may also not have the patience for 5 planets in Aquarius, joined by a 6th, the Moon, from the 9th to the 12th this week. That might be just a little too much Aquarius even for you, since it is your opposite sign. So all these Aquarius planets, Leo, end up in your 7th house of partnerships, business, and marital, but also the 7th house is a house of teamwork, but also open enemies. So unfortunately, with so many planets in Aquarius in opposition to potentially your Sun and other Leo planets, there is a very strong likelihood that there could be disputes that might come up this week, especially with Mercury retrograde squaring Mars. Somebody is not zipping their lip, and unfortunately that somebody might be you, since you tend to blurt things out sometimes that others may find offensive. In general, I would not get into fights and disagreements this week, Leo, if you can help it. With the Mercury-Mars square, you might go a little bit overboard, or you yourself may get hurt if someone has had enough of, let's say if you put out any negative energy there, it will come back to you this week. Good news, with Venus conjunct Jupiter in Aquarius this week, opposite Leo, that's a very good aspect because you have the minor and the major benefic, as we call them, Venus and Jupiter. They are conjunct in a very humanitarian and caring sign of Aquarius. So it could very well be, Leo, that this week a sweetheart surprises you, or someone else who cares and loves you surprises you with a very wonderful gift and very much an expression of how deeply they care about you. You can be very fortunate in love sometimes, Leo, and I think this week you will be. That is if you don't get into arguments and disagreements with people. Mars is still in Taurus. It is squaring that Mercury retrograde. It's also sextiling Neptune in Pisces. For you, Leo, you are probably looking to exercise a little bit more of your spiritual interests. I would recommend you look into your creativity as well, and do look into doing things in a team or in a group. I know where you live, maybe there are some restrictions due to the quarantining or COVID-19, but if you can do anything, whether it be in person or online, that gets you having a lot of fun with people, you really need that this week. Leo, I'm a little concerned you've just had too much in the way of trouble and worry on your mind lately, and these aspects are a little bit heavy as well. So please take advantage of this Jupiter-Venus conjunction this week and make sure that you have some fun. As well, if you are an artistic type or creative in any shape or way, definitely get involved with your art and creativity this week. Lastly, it's a good idea to be involved with your children and grandchildren this week. Again, with the Jupiter-Venus conjunction, there should be a lot of love to share. Hopefully, this week with Chiron also in Aries, lending itself to trying to help you heal, Leo, even though you're fighting it tooth and nail, Chiron is trying to help you heal. And hopefully you'll tap more into that energy and find out that you can soften up a little bit this week and let go of some of the fear and worry. Hopefully you have a good week ahead, Leo.